Monaco has one of the most restricted nightlife systems in the world. Even with money, most people will never get access. This video explains how Monaco's invite-only nightlife works, who gets in, who doesn't, and why. After dark, access becomes controlled and visibility drops. Security increases, movement slows, tourists disappear, restaurants thin out. People outside aren't wandering, they're heading to specific locations. During the day, Monaco feels public. At night, access determines everything. And once you notice this, you can't unsee it. Once you notice it, the pattern becomes clear. In Monaco, arrival matters, just not in an obvious way. It's quiet, controlled, and intentional. As night falls, areas around Casino Square, Hôtel de Paris, and Port Hercule begin to change slowly. You start to notice the cars. Limited edition hypercars gliding past without a sound. Rolls-Royce sedans pulling up with the curtains half drawn. Rare Ferraris, Bentleys, Maybachs. All moving at an almost relaxed pace like time bends for them. There's no revving, no crowd pressing in with phones. Valets already know where each car belongs. Security barely reacts, not because they aren't watching, but because these arrivals are familiar. And what really stands out isn't the car, it's the ease. Who gets waved through without stopping? Who exchanges a quiet nod with staff? Who never has to explain who they are? You could arrive in a car worth millions and still be turned away. Because in Monaco, money might get you to the door, but reputation decides whether it opens. The cars are beautiful, yes, but they're only the opening signal. This isn't about showing off. It's about quietly confirming that you belong. This isn't something you notice on your first night in Monaco. Here's where people usually get it wrong. Monaco nightlife isn't about packed clubs or wild parties. It's structured, predictable, intentional. Most billionaires and millionaires follow the same beat. A late dinner, a private lounge, maybe a casino room, then somewhere even quieter. The places they eat? Often inside luxury hotels, Michelin-starred restaurants that don't advertise, private dining rooms that aren't listed online. Meals last for hours, no rush, no scene. After dinner, no one wanders. They move with purpose. Members-only lounges, invitation-only bars, private rooms hidden behind hotel corridors or restaurants. No lines, no signs, no guest lists at the door. If you belong, you already know where you're going. Phones stay away. Photos are discouraged. Attention isn't the goal. Quiet luxury takes over. No logos, no performance. Status in Monaco nightlife isn't shown through money. It's shown through access. The Monte Carlo casino feels different at night. The public floors stay open. Bright lights, polished rooms, designed to be seen. But that's only the surface. Behind it are private rooms, smaller spaces, higher stakes, closed doors. In these rooms, gambling isn't just entertainment, it's observation. People watch reactions, timing, composure. Winning doesn't matter as much as how you lose. Money isn't used to feel something. It's used to signal control. Emotion stands out here, and not in a good way. As the city slows down, the harbor wakes up. At night, super yachts function as fully controlled private environments. Some nights are quiet dinners, a few guests, long conversations. Other nights, carefully curated yacht soirees. The kind you don't hear about. Invitations are personal, no plus ones unless approved. Every guest is known. Music stays low. Crew members move silently. Security is always present, just never obvious. Nothing is filmed. Nothing is shared. These events exist because they leave no trace. Yachts are favored for one reason. They eliminate unpredictability. No unexpected guests. No outside eyes. No interruptions. At sea, privacy isn't a side benefit. It's the primary reason these events happen. It's the point. Most people never realize how much is happening out of sight. Some of Monaco's most important nights never happen in public. Instead, they unfold in private villas, secured penthouses, hidden hotel salons, and during moments like Grand Prix week, the city feels chaotic on the surface. But the real after parties, they're invisible. F1 drivers, Team principals, sponsors, royal families, billionaires. They leave the public events and disappear into yacht parties, private villas, closed hotel rooms, no tickets, no online lists. You're either invited or you don't even know it's happening. Even places like Bar Americain change at night. Early evening feels open. Later, familiar faces take priority. Conversations move into corners. The room becomes strategic. These spaces aren't designed for loud parties. They're designed to control access, space, and information. Here's what people miss. Monaco nights aren't about killing time. They're about using it. This is when people talk freely, late, unhurried. Conversations start casually. Cars, travel, the next race, then shift. An investment gets mentioned. An introduction is offered. Someone listens closely. Nothing feels official. No contracts, no urgency. But decisions are being made. Who partners with whom? Which doors open? Which quietly close? In Monaco, influence is exercised quietly and over time. At night, style gets quieter. Dark colors, clean tailoring, minimal jewelry, logos disappear. Status isn't displayed through clothing. It's reflected in how people are treated. Who is greeted first? Who others wait for? Who moves freely? Here, presence matters more than appearance. It's the real currency. After the yachts, late dinners, and seamless arrivals, it's worth pausing. Not every aspect of Monaco's nightlife is glamorous. When extreme wealth, privacy, and silence exist in the same space, risk increases. Elite nightlife operates as a closed system. Access is controlled, oversight is limited. What happens inside these environments is rarely visible to outsiders. Most of what's known doesn't come from headlines. It comes from repeated accounts shared over time by people who work around these spaces. Yacht crew, hospitality staff, private security. Across different settings, similar conditions appear. Late hours, alcohol, isolation, and environments where boundaries can blur. These accounts don't accuse specific individuals. They describe recurring dynamics that can emerge when one side controls access, money, and protection, and the other depends on discretion to remain welcome. Monaco's elite nightlife runs on hierarchy, even when it appears relaxed. Some guests arrive as decision makers. Others arrive because they were invited by someone who is. That imbalance shapes behavior. For some, inclusion brings opportunity. Introductions, access, influence. For others, it creates pressure. Expectations are rarely stated, but they're often understood. Industry insiders have described moments where guests feel uncertain about their role. Whether they're present as equals, companions, or something more transactional. In these spaces, discretion is rewarded. Silence maintains access, and speaking out can quietly close doors. Over the years, journalists and investigators have reported allegations connected to elite nightlife environments, including Monaco. The patterns are familiar: closed settings, controlled access, limited witnesses, and situations involving abuse of power or coercive behavior. Many accounts never become full investigations. Some are resolved quietly, others are settled privately. Some circulate only as whispered warnings. No names are necessary, no graphic details. The point isn't accusation, it's recognition. Systems built on extreme privacy and unequal power can allow harmful behavior to go unchecked. The conditions repeat: isolation, alcohol, closed rooms, few witnesses. When reputation controls access, silence becomes protection, and speaking up can feel like self-sabotage. That's how stories disappear. Monaco is known for discretion, strong privacy laws, limited media exposure, quiet resolutions. This protects some people and makes others invisible. What is legal is not always accountable, and what remains hidden is rarely examined. By this point, it's clear that Monaco's nightlife isn't just about luxury or entertainment. It's a system built on access, discretion, and control. For some people, that system creates opportunity. For others, it creates risk. And what makes Monaco unique isn't that these dynamics exist. They exist in many elite spaces around the world. It's how quietly and efficiently they operate here. When night ends, nothing looks out of place. The streets reset, the yachts remain, the image stays intact. And that raises a larger question, not just about Monaco, but about extreme wealth itself. By day, Monaco is performance. At night, it operates as a controlled system, access-based, private, and heavily filtered. For some, that system creates access, influence, and opportunity. For others, it creates risk and vulnerability. By morning, the city resets. The image remains. Most of what happens at night is never documented or discussed. Is this level of privacy worth the cost? Does the lack of oversight, especially at sea, actually matter? Or is this simply the trade-off that comes with extreme wealth? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.